All right, so I guess the big question is, raise of hands, who wants to be a Bitcoin millionaire?
Yeah, baby.
Yeah. All right, so better question is, who wants to be a Bitcoin millionaire by the first quarter of next year? Come on, more hands. There we go. Good. All right, so let's get started. I'm going to give you all a game plan. This presentation will involve a strategy for this year. Now, before I give you my strategy and all the information, I want to preface it with a little legal disclaimer since we had 4 attorneys up here earlier. This is all my opinion. And this is not legal or trade advice. This is simply my opinion. But this is what I've been doing for quite a long time. And based on my opinion, this is what I do. And you're more than welcome to do what you choose to do. Before I can talk about what's going to happen or what I believe is going to happen this year into next year, I want to take, you can't see the future until you look back at the past to know that what I may or may not be saying may or may not happen. Who am I? What I am, the best words I can use is I am an analyst of time. I've been doing what I do for probably easy 10 years, maybe 15, but a long time, and every year I get a little better. My specialty, as you may know through my name of my website, is Gold 2020 Forecast. So my specialty is on gold and silver, but I do time analysis of the precious metals. What have I done in the past? Do I get everything right? No, but when I get it right, I really get it right. So, in 2011, silver hit $49. I called the exact day. 3 months later, gold hit the top at $1,900, and I did, again, verifiably call the exact top. Several years later, in 2015, gold bottomed on December 3rd at $1,045. A month before that, I scheduled an interview, and this interview still exists on my YouTube channel. On that day, I said, the interview was done on the 3rd of December, and on that day, gold bottomed at $1,045. Has never gone lower. So, why am I here? Well, last year, many of my subscribers have been emailing me and asking me, hey, can you look at Bitcoin? So I said, sure. So what did I do? I applied my time analysis to Bitcoin. And then I started posting some videos. It started off with this video. And again, please don't believe me. You're more than welcome to go to YouTube, find this video. It's sitting on my channel, Gold 2020 Forecast. You can find all these videos. They're all there, and they're all date stamped. In this video, I made 3 predictions. Based on my analysis, I made 3 predictions about Bitcoin that will all occur in the first quarter of last year, 2017. In other words, before the end of March. The 3 forecasts that I made was that Bitcoin was going to make a new all-time high above its last, or basically, if you remember when Bitcoin exploded to over $1,000 in 2013, I said that in 2017, before the first quarter ends, Bitcoin will make a new high. I also said it's going to make it on March 1st. And then I said, in the same video, after it makes a new top, it's going to drop about $400-ish. And the drop will happen in the month of March. Well, here's 2017. You can see from January, from the video, Bitcoin went up. It topped on the 3rd. I missed it by 2 days. After it topped, it dropped not $400, but $407. Next, for September, I uploaded another video. I said this time, Bitcoin is going to, as it's running up, it's going to hit a top. And I uploaded this video on exactly September 1st, saying the top is here today for Bitcoin, and now expect a $2,000 to $3,000 drop. Well, what happened in September? Bitcoin hit a top on September 1st and then dropped. What happened next? Let's go to the next video. It was a video that we uploaded, or I uploaded in November. In November, on the 29th, this video was uploaded. And again, this time I warned of a $2,000-ish drop in Bitcoin in the month of November. Well, Bitcoin topped on the 8th and it dropped $2,333. So that was video 3. Next, I think many will appreciate this one. This was my big warning. So I was invited to speak in San Francisco at a mining conference, but obviously in gold and silver, a lot of people got involved in Bitcoin, so I talked about gold and silver, but I also spoke in reference to Bitcoin. And what I said on the 21st of 2017, last year, was this. Then it's going to go higher in the new year. However, it is going to hit a very important top. And that top's not going to be broken for many months. So Bitcoin does hit a very important top early part of next year. And those of you who follow the price of Bitcoin know what happened next. From January, cycle top, Bitcoin crashed over $1,100. And ever since, Bitcoin's been in a bear market. All right, so that was to be the final cycle high for Bitcoin for a while. Next, since the big crash, where are we at? What's going on with Bitcoin? Well, those of you who watch or follow my channel may have seen this video that I uploaded last Monday. At that time, Bitcoin was trading at $6,600, and as we all know, it's been stuck in the mud for a long time, and we're all waiting and waiting. So it basically has been refusing to break higher. In that video of last Monday, the 16th of July, here's a video, or a little piece of it.
We expect this trend reversal line to break within the next 24 to 48 hours. This blue line here, the neckline, correlates with Bitcoin at $6,800. Breaking of this trend reversal line will be the first time in months that Bitcoin is going to turn positive.
And those of you who have been watching the price of Bitcoin know that last week Bitcoin jumped almost $800 and it broke out on the 24 hours later as expected, and it basically reversed trend on the 17th of July. And when I made this slide presentation on Monday, Bitcoin was trading at $7,752, and since then it's also gone higher, currently trading around $8,200 today as I speak on the 26th of July. So Bitcoin last week has an official trend reversal. Bitcoin is in a bull market that just began, okay? But it's just warming up. You ain't seen nothing yet. Bitcoin this year is going to have 3 phases. So why did I talk about the past? Because I want you to now think about the future, your family's future. This year, Bitcoin has embarked and is already embarked upon 3 phases, of which it's currently in phase 1. Phase 1 is a denial phase. Half of you in this room believe Bitcoin is going to go higher. The other half think it's going to go to 3,000, maybe 0. Okay? This is the denial phase. The denial phase began on June 29th when Bitcoin bottomed at $5,774. Bitcoin's first phase is going to continue until the first quarter of this year, 2018. Following the first phase, phase 2 begins, the wall of worry. This is where price begins to accelerate, vertical. This happens between the 3rd quarter of this year into the 4th quarter. Dates not including in the presentation because I got to keep some stuff private for my subscribers, but I'm giving generalities just to give you an overall direction of which way this is all headed. The third phase is going to begin in the fourth quarter of this year. This is going to be fun. This is going to be, the whole world is going to be talking about Bitcoin by the end of this year. This is when it goes wild on the media. It's going to be all over the news channels. Bitcoin's going to start doing some crazy numbers. And this happens and begins in the fourth quarter of this year, and this will continue into the first quarter of next year. The specifics of this, I do provide to my subscribers in what's called a Bitcoin index, where we give a lot more date details. All right, now let's talk about spikes, price spikes. That's what brings all the excitement. There is a price move coming next week to the upside for Bitcoin. But that's not what I want to talk about. There's going to be two really fun moves that are going to happen soon. The next spike that I want to talk about is one that happens, and it begins on the 6th. Again, on or about. Can it be off 24, 48 hours? Sure, okay? But within 2 weeks, we're going to see the start of a very strong move for Bitcoin. And people are going to get really excited. However, those that get really excited are going to hit a little problem because Bitcoin is going to hit a little August high. It's going to top out in August. Once it tops out in August, it's going to do a little price reversal and drop back down. So those get in August, the bubble's going to burst a little bit in August because it will do a sizable or substantial quick drop in August. But again, first thing we all have seen and know of Bitcoin is what? It is volatile as all heck, okay? So if you think you've seen price drops, you ain't seen nothing yet until the price gets bigger. Because when this price starts hitting these larger numbers, you're going to see incredible price drops followed by massive price reversals. Okay, so after the August low, we're going to see a spike number 2. Spike number 2 gets really, really exciting. Spike number 2 is why I'm here for the presentation. It's the Bitcoin uprising. The Bitcoin uprising is going to begin in the month of September. On or about the 17th is when we're going to see the beginnings of the flood of money that you've listened to some of the presenters up here today that's on the sidelines, the billions of dollars that are on the sidelines. This is when the flood of money is going to begin to hit the cryptocurrency community, especially Bitcoin and many of the alternate coins. In closing, those with eyes open, and if you're holding Bitcoin and the cryptocurrencies, you are all very shortly about to be blessed as the floodgates open wide. And the floodgates are the billions of dollars that are sitting, waiting to go somewhere. Many investors, the hedge funds, are worried about Wall Street, worried about investing, worried to put more money into the stock market. This money is going to find its way into the cryptocurrencies. When that happens, you're going to see floodgates open. You're going to see numbers explode. It all begins in September, okay? So I guess the question is, who wants to be a Bitcoin millionaire? And so my strategy is quite simple. My minimum target for the first quarter of next year is 50,000 for Bitcoin, minimum. That said, you're going to need 20 Bitcoin. At today's price, the strategy would be for myself or anybody, would be about 160,000 in Bitcoin would get you to $1 million. This is my minimum target for Bitcoin to 50. I honestly think it's going to be higher. I think Bitcoin is going to hit 100. Time analysis does not give prices, it only gives time. Okay? The closer we get to the time point, I can give a better idea of what the price would be. But I would suspect we'll probably be easy over 50,000, probably closer to 100. That said, you're going to need 10 Bitcoin. 10 Bitcoin at today's price at 8,000 basically is around 80,000 to $1 million by next year. In closing, if my time analysis, time points, if the August time point, the high is of interest to you, when it breaks out, there's going to be another high that comes in. If you're interested in the top, if If you look, and again, these price drops will be sizable. So, you know, it's not going to be easy to hit these numbers or price targets if you get out too early. If you're interested in what we do, my Bitcoin index covers all the specifics and the dates. In closing, a prudent man foresees the difficulties ahead and prepares for them. The simpleton goes blindly on and suffers the consequences. I believe many and most of you are not simpletons because you're all here invested and interested in cryptocurrencies. I think you're going to have a very exciting close to the year and into next year and years ahead, because Bitcoin's got a very large future. It has years forward still. I do wish everybody the best. God bless, and thank you very, very much. I will be in the back for further questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr.